Hey everybody, Namo here. So it's Saturday morning, and we just went and got our first shot. So we're doing our part, but it's mow day, it's yard work day, and because I didn't mow last Saturday, and the day that I was actually home and had time to mow, I ended up laying down and taking a nap. It's gotten really big, so it's time to mow. So I'm going to get that done, and then we're going to figure out what else around the yard we're going to do today. The grass is so tall now that I've put my muck boots on, because here, let me see, this is this is the before I mow. And here's the after. I know there's a lot of windrows, and I probably need to rake them out, but the amount of wind we have on top of this ridge, I think it'll take care of itself. So just finished weed eating, kind of all dirty and everything, so I'm worn out. The last time I weed eated, the fence down here by the road just ate up my string. So I've got this new string that's a square with kind of sharp edges, supposed to be a little bit stronger than what came on the weed eater. And man, it did wonders. I was even able to cut trails in the back. Granted, last year I'd mowed them. Should have probably taken the mower through them this time, but it tore it out. Tore it out pretty good. So sitting here taking a break, drinking some water, and then my parents are actually supposed to come here to help me put in the air conditioner. The house just, it has cable heat and no air. So we had to get a window unit, and we got the biggest one we could find in Lowe's. And last year it did a pretty good job. So the only problem is it's incredibly heavy, so it takes me and my dad to pick it up and move it from the garage. So we got to get that installed so we've been sweating. We've had the ceiling fans on, we've had oscillating fans on, but we've been sweating. It's been miserable at night, so we got to get the air conditioner in. And then I'm going to try and get some stuff planted. Sorry about that. I'm going to try and get some stuff planted on the other side of the road. Other side of the fence. By the road. See what all I can get done today. Hopefully I can plant everything. So that's the plan. So I'll give you more updates as they come. Alright, so I had to put everything back in the shed last night because there was a frost warning. Didn't happen, but I got everything set back out. This is the stuff I'm not planting today. This is what I'm going to try to plant today. I've already put out some of the rattlesnake master on the other side of the fence all the way down. Right now I've got this cooler full of wild blue indigo. I'm going to take them and go put them in because they were the ones that had the most roots exposed. Then I'm going to do these purple coneflowers, which, as you can see, that little pot right there, there's not much soil in them. They're starting to kind of wilt, so I need to get them next. And then all the rest of these I'll be going through and popping them out of their pots, separating them out, putting them into the cooler, transporting them down there, and just randomly planting them out. So hoping to not get ran over or, break my ankle on the kind of steep incline. But I'm getting them planted, and I need to get back to it. Alright, so this is the aftermath. I didn't get any kind of video while I was doing it, and I thought I could get some video down there by the road to show you what I did, but everything's so small it doesn't even look like I planted anything. So this is the aftermath. All the pots and the soil that I used up, or that I couldn't use. So that'll go in the compost turner so that I can make more potting soil. These are 4 little beard's tongues that they were just way too small to try and plant. These are copper irises. I dug them up from my parents. They just needed to be potted up because they're going to go with all this stuff, all the other irises and everything on the inside of the fence. So probably give them a little bit of water. I really should water everything down there, but I really don't want to take the hose and water all that. My idea basically was to plant everything and just let it take care of itself. And yeah, I'm bright red. I'm worn out. And I'm sore. My arm is definitely a little bit stiff. That's it. That's really all. I need to sit down and get me some water. So that's basically all we've done so far. Parents still haven't shown up yet to put in the air conditioner, so I'm guessing it's pretty warm in the house. So I'm not even going to attempt going in. It's just really hot. And yeah, wow, I am really bright red. Oh, that's not going to feel good. So, yeah, just got to do some cleanup. Water the stuff that I just put into pots, the beard's tongue and the copper iris. And then I think I'm pretty much done. I don't feel like really doing anything else today. Maybe there'll be something tomorrow. I don't know. We'll have to see. So it is Sunday morning. I'm down here by the road because when I took the dogs out this morning, I came down here to check on my plants, of course from the other side of the fence. And as you can see from that wild blue indigo there, it's a little bit wilted, but a lot of these are still, I mean that one's kind of bad, are still pretty happy. There was enough, oh, that one's below the ground. That was something that hadn't budded out completely yet. There was enough moisture in the soil yesterday. See, a lot of these you can't really tell what they are, but they will get bigger. There's enough soil in the, there's enough moisture in the soil yesterday, apparently, that all this stuff that I thought was going to be very unhappy turned out to being right as rain. They all seem to be pretty happy, actually. I haven't really seen anything apart from some of the wild blue indigos that are wilting down really bad. So, well, as I say that, I come up on a coneflower that looks a little miserable, but he'll probably perk up tomorrow after it rains. Yeah, so I'm able to mow this strip here to about there. So everything I can't mow, I put the wildflowers, or planted the wildflowers in. I'll still mow this strip. Every now and then the county, or yeah, I think it's the county, owns this road. They'll come through and they'll mow the embankments and stuff. But yeah, put some stuff here, like right at the edge. I gotta figure out something to do with this, because as you can see, the Roundup actually started working. So we've got a bunch of dead in through here, which is where we're going to put the mulch. But I went right up to the gate. I've got some stuff to put in behind the gate so it doesn't open anymore. But it's going to look kind of weird just having mulch, come straight out to here and then back that way, and then just grass and grass. And it's going to look strange, so I got to figure something out. This gate is not easy. When it comes up in the grass, you actually have to pick it up. So if I put mulch in front of it, it just kind of scooted out to the gravel here. This I can kill out and do something with. And I really want to do some planting around the mailbox and up along the fence line to the gate. Just because they have a little vegetable garden, and if I spray along the fence line, like I tend to do, there's a possibility the wind can catch it and grab their stuff and kill it. So I'd rather not do that. Hey, so it's me again in the morning with my hair down. I really just woke up not too long ago. Took the dogs out, got them fed. And while I was taking the dogs out, that's when I checked on everything. I was like, ooh, I can show people this. So, but yeah, the county every now and then will come out and mow the embankments. So I'm kind of hoping that with these wildflowers coming up and seeding themselves out, because everything I put down there is kind of a nuisance to actually plant and have in a garden, because they like to drop seed, and those seeds really like to sprout. So hopefully everything will drop seeds, and then within the next few years, that whole thing is just nothing but wildflowers. Crowding each other out, trying to get spots. That's kind of the idea for that. So hopefully that works. But that also means hopefully the county doesn't mow all the wildflowers down. So I got to figure out how to make sure that doesn't happen. All the piles, like that one that we've made down here, down the hill, I'll probably have the kids get some gloves and help me pull it up here so that we can burn it. Excuse me. And since the shed is empty and has a floor full of straw, we'll sweep that out, throw it in the pile. That way I can get this little bit of fencing stuck up in the shed somewhere. So, also we found these tires when we were clearing brush, and they're cut in half. And I was like, well, what are we going to do with them? So I stuck one there, and it's a little too tall, so we're going to have to bury it a little bit. But we can actually kind of position them around the fire far enough away that, the rubber won't catch fire. But kids can sit on them instead of like having this log, because they always sit on it and it always rolls because it's so low. Their knees stick up so high. So we'll probably try and get as many of those tires as we can. There's one that's not cut in half, but it is cut on one side, but still full. So we'll have to figure out how to cut it so that we can place it. But that's all we're probably going to be doing today, is pulling the brush up, burning it, picking some of this random junk up and putting it in the shed. And like I've been saying, we have a lot of wind. This rose is getting wind burnt because it was in the shed for too long. But here's all the remaining plants that I'll be putting out, excuse me, on the other side of the fence. Some of it, like this variegated liriope, we're not putting down by the fence. Some of the Solomon seal, we won't be putting down by the fence. It's really just the lilies, the gladiolas, and the irises. So, I had mentioned copper irises. Hold on. Yeah, yesterday I had mentioned that I dug up some copper irises. So these are the copper irises. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research because I planted them at my parents' house and they did great for a while, but then they started dying out more when they were in full sun. So I'm going to have to do some more research, see if they're shaded, because if they're shaded I can't plant them down by the road. But I can plant them right here in the drop-off because we already have. Let's see if we can find some. Ooh. Okay, these right here, these are called May apples. I was incredibly impressed that we have May apples because they only grow in dense wooded areas, and we have some. And that's awesome to me. And I think we found some what we think is poppy mallow, which is this. Had some purple flowers on them. Now they're kind of gone. Oh, here's one. Oh, see the purple flowers? See the weird kind of strawberry looking leaves? I believe that's poppy mallow. I'll have to get my field guide out. But yeah, we've already got some pretty good little shade plants growing in here. So, be able to get something in. And something big, I'm guessing a deer, came through and ate off all the leaves of this red maple and a few other of the trees that I planted. This ash is the only one that suffered root shock. So I planted it and all the leaves on the outside, like on the tips, shriveled up like this and died. Everything, all the leaves here on the inside were fine, but everything on the tips died away. That's root shock. So it didn't like being planted and not watered. Or maybe there was an air pocket that I didn't get completely smushed out. Because, you plant it and then you step around it and tamp everything down. Because everything grows just tightly underground. And of course the rain comes in, it creates a vacuum seal when it, draws down by gravity, and it pulls the soil down or tightly around all the roots. So I'm guessing I didn't create enough around that. It probably had a air pocket or something. I don't know, but you can see more of the piles that we need to pull up today. There's a few things down there. Yeah, so here's that. Oh, about fell again. Here's that cedar I was talking about. The whole top, the whole top broke over. I have one little limb, but that snow we had just weighed it down so much and it broke it clean. It's pretty impressive, but also kind of crazy. So, okay, I've talked too much because it is the morning and I tend to talk a lot in the mornings. So I'm going to turn this off and we're going to just fill out the day. Alright, so quick update. We've got a little bit of the old kindling that we used to have in the fire pit. That's new kindling that I'm cutting off of all these bits that we've cut up. I'm going to have to get a chainsaw or something to knock those into sticks and logs. But this is that tire I was talking about where it's cut on one side. I've got to figure out how to cut it again. There's a whole nother half a tire down the hill. But I'm over here these loppers, clipping up all the little branches, putting them into the kindling pile for fall. Then I'm going to start clipping all this bits into smaller pieces so we can start burning it. This is a locust tree that I thought was dead, but was just fell over and rooted in, so I cut it with that hand pruner saw there, which took a while and wore me out. But I've got my youngest son in the shed there, cleaning all the straw out. He's putting it into the wheelbarrow so that we can put it in the pit and burn it. I got my other two, my daughter and my older son, bringing up all the piles from down there. And we're going to start, like I said, clipping them up and burning them. So, alright, so we've pretty much got everything burnt up. There's no more pile back behind me. There's an old burn pile. When they repossessed the house, they tore a bunch of stuff out and just threw it in a pile down the hill. And we went through and picked out whatever trash couldn't be burnt and took it to the dump and then burnt it. But there was a pile down there. Just asked the kids if they got that, and there was a pile down there, so they've gone to get that. That's the last little bit we got. We're going to chop it up, throw it in the fire, and we're done. It's seeming like it's going to rain tonight. Weather says it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So if it comes early, it'd be great for, everything down there on the other side of the fence. But that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching. We're going to enjoy this fire.